Welcome back to another episode of the Conversations with Friends podcast. I'm your host, Bree, and every week my goal and mission is to build a community where we can have the necessary conversations. So we're continuing on with the series for Pride Month, and the last couple of episodes we had the boys come in and talk about their part, but this week I wanted to bring my girls in, okay? So we can hear their perspective on being gay in America. Before we dive deep into these topics and everything, I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. Well, I mean, y'all already know TJ. She a BFF of the show, but you can, for those who don't know.
My name is Tanigel J. You can follow me on all things, the Tanigel J. And I have a song out called Where You At, so download that. Hey, I'm back, y'all.
Hey, y'all. I'm here for the first time. I'm Roneisha.
Welcome.
Thank you. All platforms are the Modern Day Queen. Yeah, that's really it.
Mm-hmm. It should be cute, y'all.
I be trying to keep up with the fashions for the girls.
Yeah.
No, this outfit is real cute.
Thank you.
It's giving what needs to be gave. So normally I like to start off the podcast with doing like a little icebreaker.
Okay.
This week I wanted to switch it up. I normally do this or that.
Okay.
But we're gonna do a lyric game.
Oh. Is it like don't forget the lyrics?
Well, I'm gonna say a part of the lyrics and then y'all have to finish off the line.
Oh. Okay.
And for our drinkers, the one who don't finish, you got to take a sip of your shot. You don't have to take the whole thing.
Okay.
Sip of your shot.
I'm gonna take a sip of my water.
Yeah. Take a minute, girl. Come sit down.
Take a minute, girl. Come sit down.
That's all you gonna give us?
Yep.
That's it. We don't get like no beat.
Minute,
Nope.
girl, come sit down.
Y'all can tell me when y'all tap out.
I don't know what that is.
It's Girl by Destiny's Child. Take a minute,
Girl, come sit down and tell me what's been happening. No, I ain't sing it.
Because that's going to be too easy. I feel like y'all going to figure it out.
can't.
That's going to be too easy.
I can't. Okay.
Don't listen to what people say.
Don't listen to what people
Look at
say.
y'all on
They
y'all
don't
feet.
know about you and me. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. We
Y'all working on something.
One for
So no, I don't want your number.
Oh, Scrubs.
Yeah.
I don't want your number. No. I don't want to give you mine. And no. I don't
There y'all
want to
go.
meet you nowhere.
No.
Okay, we getting
I
better.
don't want none of your
Let me
time.
not get too excited.
Nah. Blood starts racing through my veins.
Blood starts racing through my veins.
Come on, vocals, because I can't.
So weak.
Yeah.
So weak.
That
So
part?
weak, yeah. Sure. Let's go with that. Yeah, that's the song I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You said finish the lyrics, not give you the title.
Well, that goes right there.
Okay.
Okay.
The little ad lib part.
Oh, okay.
You know? No? Okay.
I'm going to let her sing the songs. I got like the ad lyrics.
I try so very hard to keep our love.
I try so very hard to keep our love alive, but you don't want to meet me halfway.
Go ahead.
With an understanding heart, right?
Yep.
It's what I need from you from understanding. It's candy part, so it's like off key, but like on key.
Okay, was that
Yeah.
shade?
No,
Okay,
it's
she
like
be
off
giving
key, but it's on key.
Mhm.
Like she be on key, it just be her own.
Really her own key.
Yeah.
I feel you. Let's see. She got her own house, drive her own whip.
Oh, Boosie bad. Man.
You a bad bitch, and you
Yeah.
a bad.
That ain't that song.
Oh, wait.
That's not.
Uh-uh.
She got her own house.
She got her own house. Suit
Mm-mm.
job, work hard.
We both
That's
got
the
our-
song, but that's not the part.
Oh,
You're getting warm.
that's not. But that is the song.
That's the song.
INDEPEE.
So she got her own house, drive her own whip.
Oh,
2 jobs.
That's not the part.
That's not it either.
she got her own house.
Drive her own whip. I'm gonna start playing the Jeopardy music.
She be cooking and cleaning up.
That's not that song either.
Damn.
Range Rover all white like a toe tips. She got a pretty smile, smell real good.
On some time she need a nigga for
For
that
some good
good.
jug. Yeah, that
Okay,
part. Shot. Look, she gonna be a little tipsy by the time we get started, huh?
Ain't nothing gonna come out.
Right? Oh, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out more.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I see your face, my heart smiles.
I know that.
Y'all do.
Say it one more time.
Every time I see your face, my heart smiles.
I don't know, but they in love like a mug.
Yeah.
I smile every time. It feels so good. It hurts sometimes.
Created in this love to love.
Yeah.
To feel.
Dangerously in love. She in love, child.
Oh, nah, Beyonce shouldn't have been in love with Jay-Z like that.
Oh. Well, she said what she said.
She said what she said, though. Not for her to give us Lemonade just a few years later.
Ooh, child. She done read the girl. No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Each and every day. No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
Y'all want a clue? Y'all want a lifeline?
Yeah, let me find a friend. Hey, friend.
The girl who sings this song was in Destiny's Child with Beyonce.
It's Kelly. Okay. Is it Dilemma?
Yeah, there you go.
There we go, Dilemma. No, I can't think. All I can picture right now is Patti LaBelle on that front porch.
I know,
Kelly
right?
I'm not doing well.
You know it?
I don't.
No matter what I do.
Oh, okay. Well, you got
all I think about is you.
You gotta do
it. Even when I'm with my boo.
Yeah.
Crazy over you.
Well, I'm fresh out.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Oh. We got another one.
Oh, no.
My non-drink. Take her.
Right. See, my days are cold without you.
And wait, okay, say it again.
See, my days are cold without you.
And I'm hurting while I'm with you.
There you go.
And now my heart can take no more.
Ashanti?
Oh, foolish. Okay. The girls was really singing in the 2000s.
Yeah, they were
really telling us all their business.
They were. That's the era that I like to live in, music wise.
Really?
The 90s and 2000s.
The 90s and 2000s.
I go back to the 80s and 70s sometimes too, but like the 90s, early 2000s.
And the songs were long enough for you like to actually get into it. I feel like now the songs are like 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
It's a drive-by.
And I'm just now like getting into the lyrics and
I got to start it over.
Yeah, you don't even got a bridge or nothing. You just hopped into the chorus.
It just took me by storm. So this last one. Let me take you to a place nice and quiet.
Let me take you to a place nice and quiet when there ain't no one that's an interrupt.
See, y'all fast. They did that
one. I had no business singing.
Remember?
Okay, in elementary school.
Cynthia had Richard dance to that.
Oh, gosh. As a child.
Not family business.
Nah, I know, right. So that's the last one. Y'all did good. Y'all did good. Although you had to take your whole shot, child.
Don't judge her. She's not gonna.
I ain't gonna judge her. I'm gonna take a little bit of mine with you.
Thank you
for moral support.
Because technically, you wouldn't know. You might not have would have known.
I would have known.
Okay,
maybe. No, on the cool though. Every time I do this game, everybody is like, "Can you sing it? How it go?"
Yeah, because I'm just like, you can't just give me the lyric. Have you ever watched the Terrell show where he give the people the words?
I love that show.
Now, I love that when he gives them the words and makes them like.
And you
got to
think of a song with that word.
That part I like.
I think that's kind of hard.
I don't know. I feel like that would be maybe not, because at least you can come up with
any song. Yeah, instead of just trying to think of one specific song. You're right.
It's like multiple choice.
Add that to my note. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with these topics. Okay. I wanted to first start with letting the people get to know you guys a little bit about your background. So we can start with letting everybody know where you're from. We can start with you.
I'm from Mo City in Houston, in Mo City, Texas. What else is there to say? I'm 34, and 34 hits differently. Your knees and your legs don't recover the same.
Period.
I don't have any kids. I'm single.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I'm a lesbian. Let's see.
That's it. So we can start there.
Yeah, that's it.
What about you?
I'm from City Gas on the north side. I'm 32. And I forget that I'm 32 sometimes because, like, I only been here for a couple months. Girl. It all feel the same, really.
Does it?
When you hit 30, for me, I don't feel
30.
Yeah, I don't feel much different from 30.
I don't know. I feel like getting closer to 35.
Yeah, I feel like I want to go back. Like, we can take me back to 29, then me like keep hitting up to like 31, and then just rewind me back. Like, Let me just do a repeat.
Okay, forever
Do not pass
between that
out.
25 and 31.
Yeah, like 25 to like 31, because I feel like 33, 34 was like real adulting.
It really was. It's like you awaken.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really like, I got a whole therapist. Like, we be sitting down talking every week and stuff.
It's like they really let me be the adult.
Yeah, they really, like, who signed over this contract to let me be like an adult? Were y'all sure about this?
I be trying to figure out how our parents just had us and just put us out here in the world and just said grow up. Like,
it was no,
decided?
I feel like college was supposed to be like your trial period, but I didn't really do well with that. And so they should have gave me like another trial period to like try again. Because none of the life lessons that I learned in college are applying to my adult lessons. Like, I remember the first time I had to call my mom, was like, hey, how do I tell these people that like this bill is wrong? She's like, you calling me, you tell them the bill is wrong.
You're like,
okay, so what do I start off with? Like, hey, ma'am, the bill is wrong. Like, do I ease them into it? Like, what am I doing?
It's like we really got to take charge because ain't nobody else gonna do it for us.
No, nobody gonna call you for it. And just really, I'm tired of putting my mama down as my emergency contact too.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. Between my mama and my sister.
For me, but yeah.
So did y'all grow up with both parents in the household? Y'all have siblings?
I have siblings. My mom and my dad are not together. They should have never been together.
Same for me.
But I always had a great relationship with my mom and my dad, just not in the same household. I am the oldest of 3 from my mom and the middle of 7 from my dad.
Daddy had a lot of them, huh?
Yeah, he just be out here.
Not out here.
No, I grew up, my grandmother and her daughters raised me on my dad's side. And I do have siblings, but we wasn't raised together.
You was raised like the only child.
Yeah. Well, I had my cousins, they grew up with me, but still, I feel like only child, mostly.
I be feeling like this answer be complicated for me because I grew up as the oldest of 4 kids in my household, but I do have, so my stepdad raised me. He has an older child, so that's my sister. She's older, and but we really just started getting close, like in our adult years, and I'm like most recent adult years. Okay. So when somebody asks me, I first say I'm the oldest of 4 children. But then I got that biological daddy. He got 2 kids too. So I'd be like, am I supposed to include all them people?
If you don't want to, you don't include them.
Yeah. So I wanted to first ask you guys, how do y'all identify?
Sexually?
Not like female, male, but like you're as like gay, lesbian.
I'm a black lesbian.
Black lesbian, okay.
Queer.
Queer?
Yeah.
And what you mean by that? Because some people, we hear queer and don't really know what that covers or means.
So I don't date like specific to gender identity or anything like that. It's like pansexual, I guess, similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like identify or like start to like people like just as like that, like as a person.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So are you more attracted like when you go out to women or men, or is it just like what you're feeling?
No, it's just who I find attractive at the time, not like more towards either or. To be fair, we only assume that everybody is cisgender, so.
And what's cisgender?
I was born female. I accept female as how I identify. Like I identify as a woman. But so you would be cisgender, you would be cisgender. But Amaya Scott would be trans woman. All women, but you know.
So it's either cisgender or transgender? That's how you determine if you were born female, basically. That's what you're saying?
What?
Born woman, like that, like naturally born?
A cisgender woman is somebody that was born a woman and is also identifies
as a woman. Okay.
Yeah, right. So a transgender woman is somebody who may not have been born or who is not born a woman,
but identifies
as a woman.
Okay. Yeah. And so that's what I was saying. So it's only cisgender or transgender?
Not only.
In between.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's why I wanted to learn. Because I hear it all the time, and I'm a person like I want to be knowledgeable because I don't want to ever offend nobody, and I'd rather know what I'm talking about. And so have you ever dated men?
I dated men. I haven't dated a man in over a decade at this point. Yeah. And I came out in high school.
In high school? That's what I was going to ask. How old were y'all when y'all first started identifying with being the lesbian or queer?
Definitely high school.
High school?
Yeah, I had a whole girlfriend in high school.
Yeah.
Probably not recently. Probably like the past couple of years, I've been like, okay, like I really like girls. I really like everybody. So it's fresh to me. It's like only my third day out here.
Not third day.
I ain't been here that long.
The pain still wins.
But I knew like I liked girls as a kid. I just, it's not encouraged. So you kind of just go with what you think you're supposed to go with, and then you get older and you're like, I want to experiment, but it's not really experiment because you already for me, I already knew because I was liking girls back then. So now I'm just comfortable. Yeah. So
you've been having those feelings or attraction for girls, just didn't necessarily feel free enough to express them or act on them.
Yeah.
Okay. So did y'all grow up knowing that, I guess, or did y'all grow up around other gay men or women and just knew that was...
Oh, man, yeah. My mom had all the gay men friends.
Yeah.
Like, they would come to the house. Like, they would be, like, boosters for my mama. It was, like, a thing. Female gay women, had, like, a high school friend that we would see, like, in my grandmother's house. And it was never, like, said that she was gay. But, like, looking back now in my childhood, I'm like, oh, she was, like, a whole, like, little stud out here. Like, she was... never wore a dress, like, hat on. And I guess because in that era, like, women were wearing baggy clothes. It was, like, doing that Tommy Hilfiger era. But hers was just, like, a little bit more baggy. Like, she really didn't do, like, the lip liner. Like, she had a little braid piercing. So I'm like, dang, Miss Tasha was a whole lesbian out here. You just never said nothing.
So did that make you, seeing that, did that make you feel more comfortable with being you in that way?
I don't think that as a kid, like that young of a kid, that I was even concerned about that. It was just like, oh, my mama friend is a tomboy. Like, no big deal. But I think when I go back and I think like, where did you see like your first stud? Like that's it. Like the first encounter was my mama's friend. But my mama never really like made it a big deal or like put emphasis on like, oh, you shouldn't be that or you shouldn't be that. It was just like, that's Tasha. She ain't putting on heels when we go out. She putting on some tennis shoes. Yeah. And it was like, okay.
She is who she is.
Yeah, she is who she is.
What about you?
Other than Aunt Cynthia, no, I didn't have any other. And I didn't look at Aunt Cynthia like she just...
She was who she was. Our Aunt Cynthia is a stud, and she just dressed like a tomboy too all of our lives, and so it was just
never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, my family never.
She
really
had a skirt phase, but
not a skirt phase. I lived there for her. She had a skirt era.
Nah. What you was gonna say?
My family not like, even when like my mom had friends that were like dress up as women or like dress more feminine, like maybe like some of my mom's friends would wear like all their buttons unbuttoned and have like glitter down the chest. Okay, it would just be like, that's Robert or like that's Keith, like no big deal. Like,
right, ain't no discussion. No making it seem like it's
not making a scene. Like that's what he wants to put on today. He wants to wear a see-through chiffon shirt. Like that's what he put on.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, because I think you were a freshman when I was a senior in high school. I think when I went to high school, there was like a large like lesbian population there. Was it the same way for you?
Lesbian population.
It was. Well, I had said this on a previous episode because when I went to school, child, it was like they warned you, like, watch out for the lesbians. They gonna turn you out. Forest Brook.
Ah, not the Brook. Okay.
Yes, and it made it seem like it was a lot of girls that were just openly gay, and that was my first time, I guess, just seeing kids just out like that. Because in middle school, it wasn't happening. And then high school, it was like, first of all, it came with a warning. Like it's a lot of lesbians there.
I don't remember. I think I thought that about the basketball team, like the girls' basketball team in general. But I don't know if it was like, I don't feel like it was an emphasis
I feel like
by the time I got
lesbian, so people might have been warning kids about the high school. We had a majorette, a guy majorette named Julius, and he dressed up like as a girl. He actually won like best dressed female in our school.
What'd you say?
And it was never like, I don't know if it was just like the era that we were in, but like I can't remember like a time where like he was bullied or like people weren't talking to him or like the straight guys was like giving him a hard time. It was like, oh, that's just a nigga Julian, like it's whatever. And even like the girls, like the basketball team, whomever, like it never was really like ostracized. It was just kind of like,
and it wasn't ostracized either at our school. I just remember, I don't know who it was that was even telling me this.
It being a thing,
but I remember it being a thing. And like a conversation, and I'm like, I wasn't thinking about that coming into high school. I'm just thinking about coming to high school, you know?
Yeah.
But then I remember being told, and I'm like, then I was like, okay, well, where the lesbians at? You know? I wasn't thinking about it before then. You know, I'm just saying, because I remember somebody telling me. So did you actually come out to your mom in high school?
Yeah, I came out.
How was it received?
I didn't come out voluntarily. So Missouri City is really small but big. So like the same people that I went to elementary with were the same people I went to middle school with, same people I went to high school with. So it's kind of like a trickle effect.
Yeah.
And in that same trickle effect, my teachers kind of followed me. So I had a really strong relationship with one of my 8th grade teachers. And so 9th grade, I saw this really cute girl on the basketball team. And I told my friend, I was like, man, I think he is so cute. And she was like, oh yeah, you think he cute? And I was like, man, he is fine. Like, God, dog. And I'm talking this guy up and I'm like, oh yeah. And he was carrying a boy's basketball book bag. So it still ain't hit me yet. My friend said, oh yeah, that's Nunu. And I said, Nunu? I said, that's a weird boy's name. Like, that's interesting. She's like, oh, that's a girl. And I was like, oh. She's like, does that change your mind? You think he cute? And I was like, nah, she's still cute.
Still cute.
She's still cute. And so like she did all the little wingman work for me. We walk around campus holding hands. I never did think I'm like, my mama's not going to find out what's happening on campus. This is on campus.
That's what you thought?
Yeah, I was like, we are on campus. No one's going to go tell Darlene anything was happening on campus. I can walk hands, be as gay as I want to at this school. When I get home, maybe I'm straight. So one of my teachers told my mom.
Wow.
Yeah, she told my mom, she was like, I'm doing this for your own good. Like, I can't believe you.
Not for your own
good. Around here. Like, and so she told my mom. My mom came home and she like, I had like a canopy in my room, and I'm like sitting in my canopy, like.
Oh, you had already had a canopy.
I had a canopy.
Okay,
bed.
I thought you said she came home.
No, I had a canopy bed, and I was sitting there, and it was like those little CD players that used to change colors, like the 3-disc ones that opened up like this. And so I'm sitting there, got my CDs that just got burned, sitting there listening to my music. And she came in the door, and I was like, "Hey, Mama," and she didn't even say "Hey" back. She said, "Are you practicing lesbianism?" And I said,
"Oh my goodness, not practicing,
practicing like it's witchcraft or religion." I said, am I doing what? She said, practicing lesbianism. And I just kind of stood there like, I don't know if I'm practicing or not. Like, I really don't know. So then I kind of, she's like, do you call yourself having a girlfriend? I said, oh, yes. I have a girlfriend.
I do call myself
having a girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah, I do have a girlfriend. She was like, she slammed. She was like, I just can't believe this shit. Like, I'm calling your daddy. And so I think in my mom's mind, my dad was supposed to be like praying. My dad's a pastor. So I think my mom was like, oh yeah, her daddy gonna get the holy oil. My daddy was like, you like girls? And I was like, yes. He was like, okay. And I was like, that's it? He was like, that's it.
That's it.
I was like, all right.
That's nice.
That was cool.
That is nice.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to get the holy oil. I thought I was about to go to church right then and there. Go to the sanctuary. He was like, nah. He was like, God love you. I love you. You good?
Well, that's a blessing.
That is a blessing.
But yes, I came out in high school.
Yeah. So I know you said that's when you first liked the girl, but is that when you actually first saw the attraction for a girl was in high school? Or you felt there before?
I always liked girls. Okay. Like I can go back to like one of my daycare teachers that was like on the basketball team. It was the daycare owner's daughter. And for like one of our field trips, I went to a ghetto daycare. One of our field trips, we would go to her basketball game, and I remember
not making the basketball game,
like to the college basketball games, making her signs, like putting like extra glitter on her signs, like cheering till I couldn't.
Had a little crush.
I had a crush, like I had a real life crush to the point that she brought her girlfriend up to the daycare, and I was looking at the girlfriend like, who is this?
Right?
Like,
why is she
here? Like, girl, you was my woman. Why would you bring this lady here to this daycare like this? The audacity of you to bring this hoe here and flaunt her out. Are y'all holding hands? Like, and as a little kid, I remember like trying to like stand real close to her, like, hey, like just go run
like,
up,
see me,
like, hey. And this girl is holding college, and yeah, so I remember thinking like Toya is like my girlfriend, like that is my girlfriend. Oh Lord, this lady gonna watch that. I don't have a crush on you no more.
That was back then.
That was back then. Back then you didn't want me because I was a kid. Now I'm a grown. No, so yeah, I remember like as a kid like liking women.
Yeah.
Okay.
How was it for you coming out?
I don't have.
Did you tell your family at some point that?
No, not intentionally. This tattoo means woman. Like it's on the bathroom style. My aunt asked me. She was like, "What that mean?" I said it mean woman.
Did she whisper it to you? Like
that? I was like, it just mean woman. She was like, oh, okay. So I'm just saying, like, are you gay? Are you a lesbian? I was like, I don't identify as a lesbian. I like women, but I'm not just a lesbian. I like everybody. And she was like, oh, okay. And that was pretty much it. And if they ask me, I tell them, but I think I haven't dated in a while, so I think they probably don't really think about it because they don't see me with people. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it will be different? Like, let's say if you were to get a girlfriend, bring them around your family?
I don't think so.
No?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. I was just wondering because I had a conversation with a guy about this, and they said at first they didn't think their parents took them seriously until they actually brought like a boy around, and then it's like, oh, you really gay?
I think that for me, because I think in high school my mama thought it was just like a phase.
Yeah.
And then like in college I got a boyfriend, so I think she thought like, oh, phase
that
over.
Was
like that was over.
Yeah.
I said, oh no, girl, got you. I was just trying to make sure I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And so I came like with a girlfriend. I was like actively like bringing women around. Actively like it was like, oh, another girl. And it was like, you
serious about
like,
this?
You serious? And I got engaged, and she was like, oh, you are for real? Like, this is really a thing. And so yeah, I think same. Like I think parents think, naturally it's a phase. Like you want to be like, oh, this is gonna phase out. Like should be fine. Especially for girls, because it's easier for girls to transition back to like, like in men. For guys, it's a little bit more like that stigma is a little bit different. And so I think my mom was just thinking like, oh, it's a phase. She gonna phase out. And I feel like now she kind of just like this lady.
She's really sticking to it.
Like she's really
committed
on there.
So at the time whenever the both of you started actively dating women, was it a thing for you to tell your friends this is what I'm doing, or they just naturally saw, and or did they change in any way? Did the relationships with your friends change in any way? I know you were kind of young.
Yeah, I don't think my relationships changed until like I got engaged and started like asking people to be my bridesmaid. Like that was like big like, oh yeah, girl, I support you, but I can't be in your wedding. Like,
wow.
That's crazy.
Nah, I can't stand behind you while you marrying a woman. I think that was like the switch up for me, where it was like, you like my fiance at the time, you think she's sweet, you like me. You've been around us for 5.5 years.
Right.
And it's like, you want to come to the wedding, but you won't be my bridesmaid. But you won't like the same. So it was weird.
It's like, well, where are we?
Yeah, it was kind of just like, so dang, you really didn't really like me. Like I felt like
you don't really support me.
You don't really support me, and you only like part of me. But then I also understand that like people have their own relationship with like what they believe God is, right? And so for some of them, it is a very hard line in the sand where it's like, I just don't think this is right. They can go to baby showers where people got baby daddies, baby mamas, and that's cool. They can go to people's gender reveals, or like people ain't been married. It's like
ain't gonna get married.
Like they pick and choose, or like you at these people dinner party and like that ain't his wife. Like that's his, like they pick and choose like at what they want to show up for. And I think because being gay is such a visual, and I'm gonna use sin in quotation marks, sin, like I think it's easy to kind of like pounce on that and be like, oh, that's wrong, because it's so visual, like out. So yeah, I think that's for me was when like friendships started to like shift. But like when I was just like having girlfriends, like none of my friends really cared. Like a couple of my friends was like, are you sure? I know this really nice guy. And like after they did that are you sure thing for about 5 or 6 times, they was like, all right, dog, I give up.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Are you still friends with those people?
I am. I'm still friends with both of them. Yeah.
Well,
I think it's just about I have to respect where people's relationship is with God and what they believe is like the right thing to do. Yeah. Will I ask them again to be in my wedding? Heck no. No. But I come with them the same way that I was coming to them with my personal business beforehand, like with relationship problems? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, because I think it changes the dynamic.
It changes the dynamic, but like, are we still friends? Yes. Are we the same type of friends that we were before that? No, ma'am. No.
Yeah, it's like you find out where to place them.
Yeah.
On the previous episode for the guys, one of the guys had spoke about he just recently got married, and when it came to sending out invitations for his wedding, it was the same type of response. Not even the people that he asked to be in it, but just family members. I'm not coming to I'm not coming to your wedding. I'm not or they just weren't responding at all. And it was like, well, you said that you supported me, but now that I'm actually showing you that I'm really getting married, and it's like crickets.
Yeah, I had people tell me they would not come to the ceremony, but they would come to the reception. I'm like, so you don't want to come to the part where I don't got to feed you, but you're going to come to the part where I got to feed you and think that I'm going to play for your plate?
Like,
baby, that's not happening.
Turn around.
So yeah, I think it is. That's it. I think weddings and like big things, when it's time to like have a baby, like a wedding, like you figure out like it's easy for people to support you when they don't gotta let everybody know, like let everybody else know that they supporting you. And I feel like it's easier for people like, oh yeah, I support you, but then never actually show up like in the support. Like, so I think that showing up to somebody's wedding, a baby shower, like a kid's birthday, is actually like showing up to actually support somebody. Yeah,
it's the action. Yeah, don't just say it.
Don't just talk to me and be like, oh, I love y'all. But
do you
that
really?
Is so wild.
But
then, like, what did y'all think? There's a ring here. What did y'all think this was
and
going?
I don't know if it's a black thing or if it's just like a, black people will sweep under the rug and just let you do, like, I just let them, I just let them keep going. And it's like, oh, no, you're taking this too far. It's like, this is where it stops. So, yeah, I think for a lot of people, it was like, oh, we thought you was going to phase out. And I'm like, I'm 30, man. Like,
you just made me think about something. It might be. Like you said, like black people like to sweep things under the rug and act like it's not happening.
They act like it's not happening.
It's not happening. We all, and I feel like we all kind of suffer from that from our upbringing until we make ourselves aware of it.
Sure.
And, step out there. But, child, I guess that's what it is. Like, they just acting like it's not happening. I'm acting like it's not happening until it's just in my face. And it's like, are you going to accept it or not? And I had said to the guy who spoke about this before, I feel like it's a bittersweet thing because it's kind of like good that you see these people for exactly who they are, where they stand, and what side you on. But then it's also, too, like for people that you love and care about, you don't want to have to come to that place. Like,
I also don't want you,
don't want the fake support either.
I don't want the fake support either because, a marriage is a serious commitment. And so if you can't, really be there for me and my partner, pray for us, really, like, I don't need you side whispering to me, well, they ain't what you're supposed to do anyway, so maybe they ain't why it's working out. Like, I don't need this support. So
or
I
even
think,
just talking me away from what I'm doing because you don't believe in it.
Talking amongst the aunties, the cousins, and it's like, y'all got your own little separate little, and I call them group texts, with like, y'all, I knew it wasn't going to work out.
Exactly.
Like, I don't need that. I need you to really be, like, holding me down and support me.
Right. That's why I say it's a good thing to see exactly where they are at with it.
And it saves you some money.
This not the kind of, like, for lack of better words, lifestyle that you want to, like in life in general, like you don't want to just be tolerated. Like, do you fuck with me? Yes or no? Like, we need each other as human beings. And I think, I don't know why people be like, okay, well, you having sex with something I don't agree with, so like, let's just remove all of the support. That means the same thing for you. So you won't have me just like I won't have you. So I don't know. I think people, like, I get what you're saying. Like, people have their relationship with God. You know what? Never mind. I'm not even going to go into a relationship with God.
Okay.
People just treat it like it's something that they can pick and choose, and either it's going to be one way or it's going to be no way at all.
Yeah. You, how was it for you and your friendships? Like, anybody change around you, with your new discovery?
No, I think I personally feel like I am like maybe helping people be more comfortable with themselves and the possibility of them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just be open with yourself for real. So no, I don't have a. Now back in the day, do I think I would have had the same experience? Probably not, because I wasn't being honest with myself, but. With this group of girls that I'm with, like, it's been no, like, pretending, no, I don't agree to things that I would never want to do a second time. So, like, I feel like they can see me for real, so I don't have.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Y'all know how, as Black people, just in general, we code switch or have code switched in the past in different environments like work and whatever. Do you ever feel like it's been like in your work environments or even just like with your friends or family, you just had to switch and not present yourself like wholly as who you are or change it up a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like when I first started teaching, I was fresh out of college. And so my girlfriend would come like bring me like lunch or flowers to the school, and like the kids would ask about it. And I never wanted to feel like I was pushing my lifestyle or like my choices on them. So I would just say like, oh, that's my friend, or like, oh, that's my best friend. Like, but then I also felt like, well, dang, like you really lying to these kids. Like you really are like giving them like a false sense of reality. So I think maybe like my second year into teaching. I would just say like, that's my girlfriend, or like, that's my partner. And I also was working with high school kids, so I felt like they were a little bit older, and I could be like a little bit more transparent.
Right.
But now, like with my niece who's 8, like I'll say, like, she knows, like, oh, that's TT's girlfriend. I even had one of my nieces say, like, y'all only got one bed in here, so both of y'all sleep in there. And I'm just like, yeah, we both sleep in the same bed. It's only one bed in here, so that's where we're both sleeping. So no, I don't feel like I code switch anymore. I do feel like there was a point in time where I talked about my relationships, and I would use like non-identifying pronouns like they or them instead of saying like she, or like if people ask me like, oh yeah, why don't you have a husband? And I would just say, oh, I don't have one. Or do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, oh, Jesus is my boyfriend. Versus now it's like, oh no, I like I will have a wife. I won't have a husband. And so I'm more intentional about that, and not like covering up parts of myself, because I don't feel like it's fair for them to only know part of me, and it's not fair for me to only give them part of me either.
Right. Do you think that came with like age, with you getting older and coming into yourself?
I was going to say that the more that I became accepting of myself, the more I wanted people to know who I was.
Yeah.
And I always tell people that, like, if you're in the closet and you're having a hard time accepting yourself, then everyone else around you is going to have a hard time accepting you too, because you don't accept you. And so your behavior is very like flip-floppy, and so they go on with your behavior, your attitude about it.
Yeah.
And so until you're like 100% sure about yourself and like confident, like settled in your decisions, like no, like nobody else is going to be comfortable. They're going to be just as confused as you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel like in my 20s, was I loud and proud? Yeah. But was I like loud, proud, and like standing 10 toes down in it? Not as much as I was like after like 23. And I think now that's why I'm like so intentional when people ask me like, oh, do you have a husband? It's like, actually, no, I don't have a husband. I have a wife. Because for so long I would just be like, oh, maybe, or like, no, like,
Yeah. I feel that because I feel like that's across the board with you, and like just a person in general. If you ain't sure about yourself, ain't nobody else gonna be sure about you. If you don't like yourself, ain't nobody else gonna like you. Like,
and that's even like in your Blackness, like I would, not correct people on my name, or like I even had a job where I changed my name. I was like, I'm just gonna go by my middle name, Janae. I would be in meetings forgetting to answer to my own damn name. They like, Janae, and I'm like,
oh, I did tell these people my name.
I'm like,
Janae.
oh, my friend hit me to some, you stupid. I'm saying, yes, it's me. Like, yeah, so just being really comfortable like in yourself, and like getting out, a lot of it's just in your head, like getting out your head about it.
For sure. How you feel, girl?
I agree. Like I don't, being who I am now is like fully accepting myself, and I don't really know what the question is. I'm just saying, like, I agree with.
Well, did you feel like it was times where you had to just hide who you were, and are you that way now?
Nah, I feel like just the process that I'm going through, just with accepting myself with whatever it was, like the negatives, the positives. Now it's just like, I'm gonna say I'm gonna do whatever. That's why when you ask me about, do I think my family would have an issue, I don't care, because I really, really, really love me, which it makes it easier to like love women, and just, I don't know, just
love all parts of you.
When I loving me makes it easier to love other people. So the rest of it,
that is true.
It don't exist.
Yeah, I remember when I just used to code switch in general, and I got to a place in my life where I also feel like, child, y'all gonna get all of this Blackness. And I used to, I remember in different, like, especially like work and stuff, or different situations, I'll talk all extra proper, and because, you want to be accepted, like, how to speak correctly. But now I'm just like, child, I'm gonna talk just like this.
Not real.
Right. And y'all gonna accept me, because the way that I talk doesn't determine if I'm qualified or not. Yeah. I'm qualified, and I can.
I'm here because you think I'm qualified. So this who you gonna get.
One thing I wanted to know, because we hang out with like the gay boys in the neighborhood and stuff like that. But here it's like a whole little neighborhood and the whole thing. And I'm like, do y'all have like a sense of community? Like I think I was told it was only like one actual lesbian bar here. I think it was called Pearl.
Bar, yeah. So that's funny you mentioned that. Today, Monday, right? Yesterday. Yesterday I went to something called Bliss Sundays, and it's a Sundays for like women who love women, and it was off of Richmond. And when I say it was like a sea of beautiful women,
really,
like, and it was so, the vibes were great. Bliss put it on. She's a Houston native, and I mean, she understood the assignment, understood the need, because back in the day, and I sound like an old auntie, there was like SK Entertainment, Ashton Entertainment. They would put on parties like for the girls, and it would be like your upper, like your well dressed, well to do, like got it going on, like lesbians or like women who love women, whether they were lesbian, bisexual, like trying to step their toe in the water. And so those parties would happen. Those people are now like, you know, in their careers, like in their lives, like kids, married, settling down. So they're not focused on throwing parties as much.
Right.
They still help out with the community, of course. And so now to have, you know, the people like Kia or Bliss come along where they're creating environments for women to have like their own neighborhood. Like yesterday, my feet, that's why I was in tennis shoes coming in here. I only put these shoes on because y'all was going to see my feet. But yeah, like it was a time was had.
Yeah.
Like it was
a good time. You said so Richmond. What part of Richmond?
Yeah. So if you know where Urban Social is, there used to be a cleaners called Gramercy Cleaners. And it was at Social House. And it's a black-owned bar, lounge.
Yeah.
It was so much. Like, I don't think I sat down the entire time that I was there. Time. And so that's one thing I will say. For me, like, straight clubs, people just be so focused on, like, you know, the bottle girls coming out, like, taking pictures of, like, the signs. And it's, like, people trying to blow smoke in the camera for the hookah. I feel like at the gay parties, the lesbian parties, like, nobody cares. Like, everybody's on the floor, like, throwing their ass in a circle, like people are dancing, like it's like it's like a cookout, but with like a whole bunch of fine ass girls or guys. But it's just like a good time.
Bliss Sunday. So is this every Sunday?
It's not every Sunday. I think she said she's gonna do it every third Sunday. Bliss, you can send me my promotional coin. No. It's every third Sunday, and I went to another event in Dallas too, and it's called Exclusive Saturdays. Another vibe, like it was all women. Just really like beautiful women floating around in Dallas, like just looking amazing. I know a lot of this is geared because it's Pride, but just like to see it continue. Like Pearl Bar, it's Pearl Bar.
I went to Pearl Bar one time, child, and it's not the blacks, like it's not black people.
It's not like, as diverse as you would like it. I think Pride Houston is having some things like at Eden and some other places that'll be happening this weekend coming up. So like that'll be a vibe, a fashion show for sure. But like as far as like the gay scene, like the gayborhood, it's mostly gonna be your boys.
Right.
And the boys be eating down, but it's mostly gonna be the boys. It's gonna be the boys.
That's what I was wondering, like for somebody that could be like a little younger than us and is trying to find their community, like where as a woman, as a lesbian or queer woman, where do they go?
Because they don't have like Yo's anymore. Like Yo's was such a like staple for me. Or like Toys or 2020 was like such a staple for me, like in college, like coming into age, like 18, 19, 20, like we would go to Yo's and we would get there at 10. I wouldn't leave until the sun was coming up. And it was like such like a place where you could, if you wanted to dance on the floor, if you wanted to just lip sync, if you wanted to do a show, like you never felt like outcast. Like you could show up there if you was a stud in your pants. And if you wanted to go back home on Sunday, Monday and go put back on your dress for your mom and them, like you was safe to do that. And so I feel like those spaces are not there as much, or maybe they're not as needed because people don't care anymore.
Yeah, because
I guess
but times have changed.
Times have changed because I remember plenty times where I would see like these studs at Yo's, like in the club, and they be whole studs, and I see them on campus, and they look like they took out their braids, they got a sew in now, and so now they're looking like girls. So maybe the times are changing. People are just more comfortable in their skin, but like I do miss those spaces where like it would be like a party.
We definitely need some. We definitely could use more.
Well,
like they really do have like a whole little strip.
It's the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. A whole place to be.
I'll be like, where are the girls at?
And the girls don't be outside.
Nobody knows. They be at home.
They be at home. They be at brunch.
Yeah, they be at brunch.
The girls be at brunch.
A private party. Maybe you should start doing parties, girl.
And y'all come to Bliss Sunday because it was balls to the walls women. They were light-skinned women, dark-skinned women, like women with locks, curly hair, not straight, thick, slim thick, thick.
All the
brown skin chocolate, like
all the variety.
It was all kind of varieties, like tall, short, like green eyes, brown eyes. Like it was.
She
like,
had a time, okay.
they were everywhere. I was like, look,
what do I want?
I don't know what to do with this. Where are you? do you live here, ma'am? Have you been here for a while? They were everywhere.
Like, why haven't I seen you?
Why haven't I seen you, ma'am? I didn't even know that you exist.
Right.
There were so many women. Yeah.
No. Okay.
I gotta get there.
Yeah. You can come with me. I'm coming on the next set. Let me not tell people I'm coming because the next people
okay, then they're gonna be there lined up. Waiting on you.
Yeah, no. You can come.
She said she's
gonna be here. And I ain't gonna be there because I know I don't like to be outside like that. I pop out and then pop back in.
Mm-hmm. When it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it dating for y'all in 2023? Because it's real ghetto for me.
It's nothing out here but lemon pepper wings and hookah. And they not even flats.
Oh. Depressing. How about you? Do you agree?
I agree. There is.
Damn.
I'm speechless because it's really nothing going on. it couldn't be any less going on.
So question, because I feel like it ain't shit out here. Like these men ain't shit out here. But so are the women giving the same type of energy?
I can't lie. The women not giving the same type of energy. It is. I think it's just you have to be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if you accept foolishness gonna come to your door.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that a lot of times because like in the life it could be so fluid, like so go with the flow that people just be going into the flow into situationships and not really like setting the standard of like if you want a wife, like if you want like a serious partner, then like you being in like a 9-10 month situationship, like that's not leading you to that.
Yeah.
And so I think that sometimes people just like settle for comfort and to have somebody and to have like a warm body. And that's when it feels like, oh, there's nothing out here. But if you're being intentional, then maybe. But is there a lot to pick from? No. And especially if you like tall people, when I say them.
You like tall people?
What? Like, I can't even. It's the 5'9" and ups for me.
No.
It's the 5'9" and up for me. Yep.
They hard to come by?
Man, because, you know, women are short.
Yeah.
And so then you trying to find, like...
They be like me.
Yeah. They be like... look, they be so cute. Like, they be so little so cute.
But you
just
need
be
the tall ones.
I need to know that, like, you're going to hold me at night, like, very, very tightly. And I don't want to look down at the bed and, like, my leg's longer than you. It's like, it's just not... It's not sexy to me. And I know that's, like, a very... very minimum thing to like complain about.
But you like who you like.
You like who you like. And so, yeah, I need you to have a job. I need you to be fat. If I start listing things, I'm starting listing out unicorns. But she is out there.
Okay.
Absolutely.
She is out there.
That's how I feel. I was just telling a friend yesterday. I'm like, I mean, I know I say I want all these things, but I feel like there's a man out there that's going to have all of those things that I put on this list that I want.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm willing to...
Might take me a little while.
It just take a while. They out here.
Okay. Because
it's just what you talking about. What I find a lot with women is like they still be trying to hold on to like heteronormative type of ideals.
Oh, that's me. I'm that woman.
For real?
Yeah, I don't take out the trash. I'm not even going
Oh, no. Not that, but like what you think a woman should be like, and you are also a woman. You're just a stud. What are you talking to me about, ma'am? Like,
in what way?
I think that, like, they still have this idea of, like, masculinity and femininity as if they are not feminine just because you are a stud. You are feminine. Like there's balance. There's no getting around you being.
Do you mean, like, traditional, like, gender roles? Like, oh, like, they're expecting you to do, like, all the cooking, like, all the...
Yeah.
I'm probably to blame for that, too. It's me.
I had a girl was like, I just don't think it's cute. It's not ladylike for y'all to be like y'all smoke weed or whatever.
Oh, I'm the problem for that.
Oh my God.
It's me.
Not I didn't list it.
It's me. It's me. I think that I am a very traditional lesbian in the sense of like that I'm super submissive in a relationship, and so I'm the person that's like, it's gonna wake up, I'm gonna iron your uniform, like I'm gonna cook breakfast. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I don't think it's ladylike for like me to be outside and be like real loud. Like now in the house I might cuss your ass out, but like outside, like I'm very much a like meek and mild. I think that I kind of take on like a Southern Belle kind of role, like very old school, but it's also just because of how I was raised. And so I never really if I feel sometimes that I want to be the girl that's kind of just like outside with my bottle up, like join my hand, like forget what y'all got to say. But then the other part of me is kind of just like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Very much girly girl.
Yeah, I'm very much so like pretty, like even not taking off my tennis shoes before I came over here. It's like, no, I gotta take off my tennis shoes and put on my heels. Like, I'm gonna keep my legs crossed. Like, I feel like I am to blame for those like hetero, like super duper feminine normatives where it's just like, I'm super feminine. But I also don't like women that don't know that they're women.
Yeah.
So if it's like, oh, you like a touch me not, or like you don't take care of yourself, like you're not up to par on your wax, you don't ever want to comb your hair.
I still want you to,
like, I still am attracted to like an essence of a woman. So like I want you to be soft. Like I like soft skin. Like I want to know.
Or else you can be with a hard man.
Oh, I can be with a hard man. Like I don't want you to have like crusty lips. Like I want to see you exfoliating in the morning. Like that turn me on. Like, oh, you exfoliating your skin, babe? Like that's sexy.
Who taught you this?
Like who taught you putting some, look at you sugar scrubbing them lips. I love that for you. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask y'all, how you decide, because you're talking about being a traditional woman or lesbian, how do you decide in a lesbian relationship who picking up the tab?
I think that, Lord.
Okay,
I
know
be shot.
that I just said that heteronormative stuff is a wild take sometimes. However,
see,
I'm a girl, and I don't take out trash. I don't like to... Why would I have to? I'm a girl. I'm
but see,
a
that's
girl.
what I mean.
You're
Like,
girl.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like I don't really get... No, don't get me wrong. Like, in a relationship, like, I am all for, like, taking my baby out to eat, like, planning a trip. Like, I got you. Like, I want to give off daddy energy sometimes. However, I have no desire to...
be the head of this household.
I have no desire to split. I have no desire to split bills. Like, I have no desire to split no bills with you. Like... Will I contribute?
Sure.
Absolutely. But if the expectation is that you expect me to carry kids and split bills with you,
hell no.
That's a no for me.
The answer is a no.
The answer is no, all across the board. In the same way that I don't expect you to pay all the bills and come home and cook your meals. Like, it is an even exchange. And so, in that, like, if the expectation is that you would, like, if you want someone to, like, orchestrate a household, I can do that. Am I saying that I don't want to go to work? No, I absolutely love working. I love being ambitious. Am I going to sit down and say, oh, yeah, my half of the rent and my half of the mortgage is this? Absolutely not.
Period.
No.
Same.
Same.
I mean, you know, I got a little soft stud in me, but the answer is no. I don't want to.
You're the girl.
I'm the girl.
That's what you
I
said.
don't have no soft stud in me. Not even a little bit. I know I got on this rumper, but I don't have no soft in this baseball cap. I have no soft stud in me at all. Like, and I don't mind picking up the check.
I mean, I feel like it's like that in any relationship. Because if you really care about that person and the relationship is good, it's mutually beneficial, like, sometimes you want to treat your significant other. Like, you want to make sure that they good. Because, I mean... I like what you got going on and everything, but I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I just be wanting to, for lack of better words, like just let my nuts drop sometimes.
Yeah, like
I got this too.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to drag you to the poor. Like I think that if both of us are making $75,000 a year, like that makes sense for us to split bills because we're both bringing in the same amount of money. If you're making $500,000 a year and I'm making 75, what the fuck do you want with my 75?
Right.
Like, what do you want with it? Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't serve. Can it serve the household? Absolutely. Am I saying that I get to gatekeep that money forever and like, it's just mine? No. But why are you asking me for half of it? Like, that just doesn't, it's not going to equal out. But if we're both bringing in $75,000 and we need to split bills like down the middle because we're both bringing in the same amount, we're both contributing to the household, that makes sense. Yeah. But at the point that like, girl, you bringing in $200,000, I'm a teacher. Like,
please be for real.
Be for real. Like,
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing that. Be for real. Now, would I help extra around the house while I get the grogroceries?
Yeah.
Will I be like, oh no, like we going to the movies? Like I got it. Like you paid it. Like yes, that's a teamwork. But am I sitting up here, trying to go toe to toe for you? No, man. Like
because you got it.
You got it, baby.
I'll plan a trip.
I'll plan a trip.
So to end this off, you said you were single, right?
Girl, let me tell you about these streets. I'm dating.
That tells it all.
I'm dating.
She's dating. What about you?
That's a good question.
I'm not married.
Let me think about that.
Period.
Yeah, I'm open to dating. I'm not dating, but I'm open to it.
Are you now? She open, y'all. Okay. You still open to dating? You ain't locked down, or you?
You know, these women with some intentionality. You have to get my attention.
That's how I feel, child.
Yeah, you have to get my attention.
That's how I feel.
And hold it, because
please.
Yeah.
You can't just like come to me with no any other thing.
Right. No bare minimum, no mediocre.
No
shit.
Mediocre, no bare minimum, no effort, no intentionality. Like, I'm just way too fine for that.
Period.
And not even like fine, like physically. Like, I'm just way like holistically, like the whole total package. Like, I'm just way too fine. And that's the problem.
Is it really though? I don't think that's the problem. I think that they have problems.
No, I think girls be getting off with like, oh, like, you know, she took me out to like Eddie V's. Okay. And what you want me to do with that? And like, am I supposed to be like, oh, she flew me out? And like,
right.
Okay.
Because my thing is too, a lot of people be fronting, and it's like, what about the person? Like, aside from you taking me to Eddie V's,
right?
You flying me out, like, you could be a piss poor person. Your soul could be just right, and it could really just be a show that you putting on for this.
I mean, for the season, I need somebody that's gonna make my inner child feel safe. Like I always said it, like I want someone that I feel like I can be safe with. I know people like, I want a best friend. It's like, I don't really need a best friend. I need someone that is safe, like that I'm safe with, that I feel like knows me and it's okay with me growing and evolving. And the same with me. I want somebody that I'm okay with, that as they grow and they evolve, because they're people and they will. Like, I want to know that, like, I'm gonna still be in love with that person.
Yeah.
And somebody that's choosing me, because a lot of people ain't choosing you. I want somebody that's choosing me.
Kind of bored.
You know, I want somebody to choose me consistently
every day. Yes,
that I'm it for
what
you. I need to know if I go missing, you gonna send up this whole city. Looking for me.
Period. Because I done heard some people be like, oh, well, like you asked, why did they get married to this person? It looked good on paper. It sounded right. Oh, we just been together.
No,
you know?
I want that.
No, I want you to, not because you was in love with me, not because you liked me, because a lot of these people don't be liking their partners. They don't be liking them for real. And I want you to like me, love me.
I want the thought of hurting me at any capacity. I want that to make you feel just so.
For you to hurt.
Yeah. I need devotion.
Yeah, I need you to feel me in a room before you see me.
Yeah.
Period.
I need you to know if my gas, I got pulled over. I need you to know something ain't right. She ain't called me. Let me check on her. That's what I want.
Feeling. Yes. I can't wait to get back there. I'm single too, y'all. So what does pride mean to you guys, you girls, rather?
Freedom, to me, I think. I had thought about this. What does pride mean? It means freedom, like freedom to be exactly who you are right then. And also that you deserve for people to accept you, to know all of you, to see all of you. You deserve that. That's what pride is to me. Loving myself.
Loving that.
Yeah, I think in the Constitution it like ended like that all humans are like, they have the right to pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I think that's what pride is. It's like that pursuit of happiness part. That like no matter what, like you're deserving of like the pursuit of happiness and whatever that looks like, if it's not harming people, of course.
Right.
But I feel like that is what pride is. It's like the celebration of like the pursuit of happiness and whatever that may look like for you.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Who's your inspiration? If you have one right now. Current inspiration.
Current inspiration? Honestly, I feel like my younger self would be super duper proud of my like big me. Like young me would be like super duper like I could see her like sitting on the couch like kind of head nodding like, girl, you really like
you did that.
You did that. Like, so I feel like right now like I'm my own inspiration right now. Like I am really like trying to like be the woman that I see in the mirror, like chase after like this bigger girl me that like is like really bomb. So I feel like my life inspiration will always be Michelle Obama. But like right now in this season I'm in, like I'm really like digging myself. Yeah.
That's nice. You said he's gonna say the same thing?
Yeah, same for me. I don't know, like life feels so new for me. All of the things that I'm doing, like I've done so much for myself this year. And it's like we only in month 6. I don't know. It's me. I'm really doing a lot.
It's like stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. I'm really, really, I couldn't be more. I'm just like, damn, what else I can do?
Yeah. So, yeah. I think that is a good place to sit in, like to really look back and think of all the things you've overcome and how you used to think, how you used to feel, and seeing that growth and who you are now. Like that makes the world of a difference. Because it's like also too, if you can change so much in those years, like imagine where you can go from here. Mm-hmm. And then you also have it in you knowing that you can still grow, or even if you do hit a spot, you know, that may be a little low.
You don't feel like
it ain't the end of the world. Yeah. You can grow. Okay, one more question. If y'all can press rewind, what part of your life would you want to change if you have a part of your life that you want to change? Or you can answer that way, or what part of your life would you want to go back to?
None. You go.
Rewind or go back to?
Or change?
Nah, because I feel like if I change something, it's going to mess something else up. It's kind of like when people be going back into, like on the shows, when they go back into history, they be like, don't touch nothing. Yeah. Don't alter history because it all has to happen the same in order for like this to happen. So I feel like, I mean, I made some dumbass decisions, like dumb. And most of them had to do like in regards to like myself, like staying in situations way longer than what I should have, like playing on my own top, like doubting my own self. Like those have been like some of the dumbest decisions, right? But I think in order for me to like be who I am, I had to have those dumb decisions and like mess with the stupid people, go through like the stupid relationships, like squirrel people in the parking lot of Carol's. Like you have to do all that stuff in order to like, you know, be who you are. So I don't think that I would change or rewind anything. I think if I could give myself, like my younger self, some advice, I would say, like, trust your gut. Yeah. Like that gut feeling that you get, and like something ain't right, it ain't sitting right, it ain't smelling right, it ain't
always feels
it ain't shifting right, like that little inkling in your spirit, like trust that part. Yeah. And like don't let up, don't question yourself, don't call it like, oh, you being insecure, or you know, you tripping, you're not tripping, like go with that.
Yeah. That's true.
I agree with everything you said. I don't think it's a time that I would go back to. Life is really nice for me right now. So I feel like I would
miss your skin look like it too. Your skin
glowing.
It look like it's really nice for you.
Thank you. But yeah, everything is, it ain't easy, but it's easier than it used to be. Therapy, I don't know, like I just really fuck with me, like in a way that I ain't. I think like as you said, as a child, I probably would just tell myself to like, it's nothing wrong with you. Like,
you're good.
It's nothing wrong with you. Not everybody else around you is tripping, but everybody is kind of trying to pass off their own insecurities. They're not living their own truth. So don't take that on. But yeah, I feel really good about me right now.
And tell your younger self it gets better.
Yeah, it does get better.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, y'all want to promote anything? Tell the folks where to find you? Or
Pride Houston is happening this weekend. You can go to the Instagram Pride Houston to find out about all the Pride events that are happening, from fashion shows to day parties to nighttime parties. That's happening. My collection is dropping, so if you like this fit, it drops next week. So follow the Modern Day Queen.
Phone. Right, okay.
The Modern Day Queen collection. And then we have a mentorship gala. After I didn't curse this whole time, forgive me. We have a mentorship gala happening on November 30th. It's called The Perfect Match, A Date with My Younger Self. And we pair 65 mentees with 65 women. And then the younger women write a letter to their future selves, and the older women write a letter to their younger selves. They switch. You basically get a chance to like date your younger self, or like talk to your younger self for like a night. So that's it.
That's nice.
The Tanigel J on everything. Of course, stream Where You At. I'm coming out with a video for that soon.
Okay.
I have 2 new songs that I can't wait to share with y'all. So just follow me. Oh, and my YouTube. But again, the Tanigel J.
All right, then. I'm going to make sure that I put all of their information that they shared down in the description box below. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me and having this conversation today. It was very enlightening for me, and I'm sure somebody can connect to it once they watch this episode. But thank y'all again. And thank y'all for tuning in again for another episode. Make sure that y'all rate, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below and let me know if you want to finish the conversation, keep it going, or what you might want to talk about next. Sorry, but until next time, we out, y'all. Peace.
Bye.